if you can just give your perspective from your own countries. I mean, from the Philippines, I mean, growing up, I never really had any training about motherhood, about career, about family, about happiness and all. So maybe from Amy in Malaysia, how does it work? I mean, have you had any training, I mean, related to motherhood that prepared you know how to manage a life, a family, and a career? Amy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, Wanda.
Okay, okay.
And very good morning from Malaysia.
Thank you for joining me today, Amy.
Thank you so much. Okay, referring to your question, no, eventually, because I was in corporate, my background, I used to work in a corporate for 17 years. You know, I've never had any experience or go for any training, for such training for mothers, especially because we were all busy, right? And we thought it's so natural for us to be a mother and a career woman at the same time.
Thank you for sharing that. How about you, Anuj? Maybe India is something special. I mean, is there something in education or maybe in corporate that, you know, help mothers, you know, that teach them how can you really have a life, family, and career? Because mothers have a lot of responsibilities from cooking to counseling to, you know, taking care of the children. How about in India?
Yeah, I think it has been challenging, in India, but the things are changing, especially because of the pandemic. A lot of people have worked from home, and I think especially not just moms, even the dads have realized, the kind of work and effort that moms have to put, both in taking care of family and working and doing everything what they do. So in a way, the pandemic has really helped, moms and the dads to understand how they need to support each other. There's a tremendous potential. In fact, I read an article recently wherein if the women are working in the family, it helps the economy grow for the country. I mean, that is something that a lot of people don't know about. Yeah? So I think it's time that the spouses, whether it's a woman or men, support each other in both their family as well as their careers, and I think very very essential. And I think the academy is going to help bring that knowledge and experience for everyone.
That's very good. Thank you, Anuj, for sharing it. It's very good to hear, right, from a man's perspective, you know, how the pandemic have helped them realize a lot of, you know, the big role that working moms do. Because as I always said to my friends also, I'm working on double shift. So after finishing the work, then I have to go home, you know, take care of the kids' schooling, take care of whatever they need. And it's really challenging. And I agree with you, Anuj. I think a working mother inspires the children also. So it's about, you know, improving not only the family's economy, but at the end of the day it will impact the overall economy. And before I bring Sandra, this is how Working Moms Academy have partnered with Quintegral and American Management Association, who are leaders in personal and professional development. If I may speak, American Management Association is a 98-year-old company who has over 140 courses. And they have also like leadership specific courses for women. And these are I just put some of the training programs here that the Working Moms Academy is now offering to organizations so that they can really help women, you know, I mean, improve their leadership skills. And we also know, right, about statistics, only less than 20% of women are in the C-suite positions. And these training programs, you know, really aims to help women to stand up, own their power, and to progress in their careers. We will offer soon women leadership certificate programs. Assertiveness training for women in business. I find it's very difficult. You know, when I was a manager before, I mean, being surrounded by men, right? How do you speak up for yourself? But over time, I was able to understand, you know, and use those NLP trainings also that I have. We will also have women leading with impact, resilience, and strategic making. And of course, I mean, nobody in school taught me about, you know, time management, but this is one of the critical skills that every mother needs to have. And one of the trainings we'll also have is managing your workload for women. So let me just bring Sandra because she is the operations manager of Quintegral Asia. Maybe Sandra, you can just talk about how can really, you know, this partnership with Quintegral and American Management Association help us bring these programs to help not only the working moms, but their organizations, right? Because I know that, a productive and happy mother can always produce great results and great work. So maybe you can just talk about what is American Management Association and Quintegral, and how can it help organizations also?
Yes, thank you, Wanda. Yep. So of course, like you, I'm also a mother, a mom of two. So American Management Association can help us in so many ways, like into trainings for women. And as you mentioned, we have assertiveness training this coming March. And of course, we also support the women's certification program under American Management also. But of course, I would like to give you just a brief background of American Management Association and who we are and what we do. Of course, AMA, we are the exclusive partner of AMA Quintegral Philippines. So Quintegral Philippines, just to make it more clear, Quintegral Philippines has been partner of American Management Association, exclusive partner of AMA in the Philippines and other countries, Asia Pacific countries, for more than 10 years now. And we have a lot of suite of solutions under Quintegral Philippines. So at the heart of our organization is the American Management Association. All of the leadership training programs that we offer and leadership and management is under AMA. We also customize training programs, depends on the needs of the client. And of course, we also have the predictive talent analytics, we have the project management institute certification, we also have the coaching, and of course, we have the IT training under a Trenocate company. That's what we can do. And of course, as our offering under the AMA, we have upcoming programs. Monthly, we have programs that is definitely we can definitely offer to all of our Working Moms Academy members.
That's very good. Thank you for sharing that, Sandra. The good thing about this partnership, I was one of the facilitators in, with Quintegral and American Management Association, and they really have wealth of information. When we dealt with companies, we always sit down first in terms of what do you need, because sometimes it's a matter of putting 5 trainings in one training to suit the needs of organization. So if you do have training needs now where we could be of help, you just email wanda@workingmomsacademy.com, and would love to help you and your organization, really help the women, or the people in your organization to reach the business goals.